This is real. Why is there two? There's difficulty. It says difficulty. Where's the difficulty? Okay. Oh. Really retries. That's gonna. Let's play regular settings. Alright. I would play it in Japanese. The first game was I'll play it on. The first game was an absolute gem. I really liked it. So, open this game. So far, the reviews seem pretty good. So, I'm hoping that this game is better than or equal to the first game. The first game was really good. I can't remember what I rated it. I think it was like a 9 out of 10 for me. What the fuck is happening now? I wonder who the main characters are.
Where am I?
It looks good.
You okay, Ryuki?
All right, let's keep going. Next question. In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability?
I better not have to guess this. Oh. Sure. Inspecting people and objects will progress through the story.
look like what? You feeling all right there, mister? Ah, how about this? I'll repeat the question for you, okay?
Oh my god, they actually have a log? I don't think they had that in the first game, did they? Did they? Oh. That's cool. They don't give you any idea how the story is. February 10th. It's evaluation. You can check the evaluation. How many people are there? 32 again. Similar to the first game. I remember there's a lot of the same again. Trivia. That's new. Manual. So it's gonna be a similar length if I had to guess. The hell? It's just a stone? Oh yeah, I'll say no, because it's probably gonna be annoying. How do you like your engine to be supplied air? Turbocharged. What? It's like a Tamagotchi. The hell year are we living in? Take some saves. I'm the log on the bottom right of the screen.
In Indian myth that imbibes sense. Now remember, the other teams can press their buttons. It's that button right on top.
Press it. What's happening here? Wait, I can spin around? This is new because the camera slid last time, didn't it? Oh, like aces? I can't remember now. So it's like I'm actually in the head. What am I doing here?
Just press the button already. You see that button on the push it and you get to... What? You're... In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe... If you know the...
I have no idea what this answer is, but...
That's the answer button for the quiz. Why don't you press it?
Tama, you mean this button?
Yeah. You'd better hurry, or...
I think they had lots of time.
There we go. Team Popo was the quickest. And your answer is... Centaur, huh? But sorry, that's wrong. The correct Team Popo got the answer wrong, so they get a... Okay, let's keep... Are you familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings?
What?
No, not you, Miss.
This question is for that person on the other side.
Who was that?
Yes.
Yes.
You think so? The questions in this quiz aren't aimed at you, they're for you.
I don't understand.
This is the Face-to-Face Special, a 6-hour quiz show live. Have you? Hurry now, your answer, please. The question is whether or not you're familiar, right? Oh, and Team Popo presses the... but I want you to take this... The new Cyclops serial killings. The incident in which many victims got their eye gouged out and murdered. Are you or are...
Not familiar with what's happening.
If we can dig into the details of that incident in the coming 6 days.
I can predict the future?
In other words, we're asking if we can give you spoilers for the first game.
But don't worry. Even if you don't know
Wait, who the fuck would not play the first
anything,
game?
it'll affect how you progress through this game.
The Cyclops serial killings and what you're about to experience, they have nothing to do with each other. Promise.
Huh. Sure.
So please, just tell me honestly. Are you familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings?
I don't understand what they mean by new. Like, if they're about to happen, no, but I've played the first game.
Thank you. I'm glad there are all sorts of things in this world. Oh, did you hear that sound?
Unless it means to skip the tutorial. That's, I mean, skip whatever.
That means the next question will be the lab. Are you ready? A precognitive dream is a dream that lets you see the future. But these precognitive...
Are they really, truly real?
Drunk. That's fucked.
It can't be.
What's wrong, Ryuki?
Yeah, I know it's in someone's dream or something. Fuck. Nice. Grown up.
Be careful, Mizuki. I've detected a biological response. 3 o'clock. Distance of 350.
Sniper. What? Why do I gotta do that with a controller? unplug this, see if that makes any difference. I don't want to use the controller. The music is good though. I like the music. The music is really good in the first game. The hell?
Worried about school? Are you kidding me? Do you really even have any worries?
The hell?
What? What? Are you bored? Are you If you weren't bored, therefore you are bored. Your wide open mouth screams.
Dress on. The fuck is this shit?
I have turned to... It feels... I have turned to the dark side. It feels like I'm on a date at a summer festival, though it is only February. I saw Boss buying this earlier. Are we going to match?
Where the pole? I can zoom? Oh my god, zooming on our wiener.
This is my face when I saw Mizuki solving a disentanglement puzzle with her monstrous strength. This is apparent. Why do people want to go to a Tommy that... It feels... This is a... Modern sharks can appear anywhere. Land, sea... If it looks good on Tama, it'll look good on me.
Tama.
This mask makes me want to escape within 9 hours.
Reference to that. The hat looks good. Some of these are bizarre. The music is fucking good though. Alright, so it said I had to do like night vision. Night vision. Oh yeah, that's the...
Iba, zoom in. Night vision mode.
Roger that.
I don't see anyone.
There's definitely someone right there.
Use the X-ray.
Understood.
Found you. Who is...
Identity unknown. Judging from their figure, they appear to be female.
Ah, so she's jealous, huh? Why else would another girl target me?
You can't think of any other reason?
Well, sure, but I'm really cute, you know? That's why other girls don't like me much.
I am fairly certain that has more to do with your personality. Mizuki, load Evolver with a stun grenade round. You should be able to knock your opponent unconscious by detonating it near them.
Got it. Okay, it's ready.
I will display the aiming reticle. Take aim and pull the trigger.
On it. What's with this girl? Where'd she go now?
Detecting the target's footsteps. Mizuki, wait. Even more important.
Yeah, we
There's something there.
check the
Yes.
half body.
Hey, that's...
You recognize him?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I'll never forget. It's...
Handsome Jack. What the fuck?
the left half of his body. His name is Jin Furue. I remember it clearly.
Furue.
6 years ago, at Studio Devita. The right half of his body.
So she found the left half of his body before, now she found the right half. What the fuck? Why 6 years?
Ryuki, what's wrong? Pull yourself together.
Oh. What
Boss.
the hell? All those guys from the first game.
Where am I?
Don't tell me you were sleeping. Who falls asleep in the middle of a live stream?
Mr. Ryuki, you're working under boss, right?
Doesn't she have like a terminal illness or something?
Boss, have you been giving him vacation time?
I only played the first game not too long ago, too.
She's probably working him to the bone on his off hours, too.
I resent that. That is not true. I just have him scrape the stratum corneum off my heels every once in a while.
My reaction.
Hey, Ryuki. Are you sure you're alright?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now that Mr. Ryuki is away, let's get back to it, shall we? Here we go. Next question. Which Taoist symbol, shaped like interlocking black and white commas,
What?
represents the origin of all things?
Oh, is that like the yin yang or something?
What the? A blackout?
What are you standing around for? Get the lights!
Yeah, I'm on it.
That's the left half of his body. Wait, this is 6 years. Wait, what? That was when she was young. So we happen to be on the same game. What? And how is his body so preserved so well? Excuse me.
You do know I'm the commander of Abyss, right?
Abyss.
Right, but that's why I'm asking. Isn't it a bit weird for you to be at a crime scene in person?
This case is special. I saw it too, 6 years ago.
At Studio Devita.
And the HB case is still open, even after all this
Man,
time.
the music in this game is so good already. This is really good, like, thinking music. Going to add this music to my playlist. 2 of the track that I've heard so far are really good. This one's really good, like thinking, mood music, whatever.
The reputation of the whole department.
By HB case, she is referring to the half-body serial killings, so named because the victims' bodies were cut in two. The culprit is known as Terror. Their identity is unknown.
Should be known as guillotine.
6 years have passed since Terror first made themselves
the
known.
Slicer.
But we
I already know that. You don't have to.
She doesn't. I don't. Fuck you. What's going on? What's this? Fuck, I meant that display again. Doesn't really look like a rip. A rip he wouldn't have cut clean. Log? No, not log, menu. What's the other one? Oh, there's 2 lists. Damn. This might get confusing. There's gonna be time loops or time. Yeah, what the
Why?
fuck
What is it?
happened to him?
Well, I would have let you know right away if he did.
So he ran away.
Date was caught in that explosion 6 years ago.
Okay, so it has to do with him. This was related somehow.
and has been missing ever since. Date's body was never recovered from the scene.
Watch, now he's gonna end up being the killer, or he's gonna get framed for it.
Don't worry. I am positive it would take more than that to kill Kaname Date. I am certain he's at the Hot Springs District in Atami.
If he is, I'd go down there and drown him in that boiling water myself.
Oh wait, what? Dottie is a...
What? You really don't know? I'm just... I don't even have to ask about you. Yamazuki Okiura, 18 years old. A high schooler attending Sakiba High. The all-girls school, right?
Damn, she's pretty old to be in high school.
Ah, but Okiura is your former name. You've been you're at the studio when the other half of the corp...
So I take it you were there too?
Yeah. Back then, though, you were 12 at the time, so I heard you became a special agent at Abyss. That boss lady got her claw. This little girl gets hired as an investigator. Guess they'll take anyone they can get. Times sure have changed.
Abyss is a particularly special organization. Mizuki was hired via what might be referred to as extra le-
Of course not.
What? Why not?
Because you're only 18. You're still a student at Sekiba High.
But I barely even go now. I graduate in a month. I hardly have any classes left.
The point is, you're still a student.
Then why did you let me join a
Because I thought you had potential as a sinker.
I assume your gargantuan strength and combat ability were a factor as well.
But you're basically still an intern. You've only been training for about a month.
Oh.
It's way too early to put you in the field. Yeah,
Please, boss. I have to.
Can you not give me the puppy dog eyes? You know I'm weak to the puppy dog eyes. Fine, but promise me one thing. Swear to me that you won't do anything dangerous or illegal, no matter what.
And that was determined to be a lie.
Yeah, I swear, I swear!
And one more thing.
Wait, is it snowing and she's in fucking whatever she's
I am
in?
your superior. You should
10-4, boss man. I read you loud and clear.
Do you?
Can
Wow, I'm honored that you'd ask. My name is Kagami.
I? It's this guy again.
Kagami, huh? It's nice to meet you, Kagami.
It's Kagami. Kagami. I told you it's Kagami!
Hey, what's your name again? Hey! Hello? I know you can hear me, Kagami.
So you do know my name. Of course, ma'am. It's Jin Furroway. I don't think there's anyone in our generation who wouldn't recognize him.
Handsome Jack.
He was famous until he passed away. Well, even after he died.
And 6 years ago, I was part of that investigation too.
Were you at the studio by any chance?
You don't remember?
You don't leave much of an impression. In a good way.
In a good way? Abyss is a high-level organization in the You do technically outrank me, ma'am.
Huh. Really? But you don't need to worry about the formalities with me.
What? For real? I can be casual with you?
Do you want to get your ass kicked?
Sorry. Sorry, ma'am. I've finished gathering DNA sample. It's being sent to forensics. I'm sure the results will be out short.
Nah. The lining has eating wires in it.
The voice
So I'm
acting
warm.
in this is pretty good so far too. Surprisingly.
Oh, thank you for the concern. Oh, no. Weird though, isn't it? He got killed 6 years ago, but the body shows up now?
Whoa. Tough that one.
Would you like to check the corpse with X-ray?
Yeah. It's unlikely, but
You could simply flip the body over.
no way. I don't want to see that.
In that case, how's this?
Thanks. That body is definitely...
I will get the more shocking facts out. The estimated time of death is approximately 9 hours ago.
What?
What? 9 hours ago?
It is currently 9 o'clock, so that would mean he was killed around 12.
Wait. 6 years ago,
Hold that thought. There's more.
It's a twin.
As you can see, the body was cut in two. There are no other external wounds on the body. It appears that he was sliced in half while he was still alive.
This is gonna be a time leaping one, isn't it?
As for what was used to cut him, I am sorry, but that cannot be determined.
What do you mean?
Judging by the cross-section, it is clear that it was not a blade. It could not be a laser or pressurized water either.
Then what was it?
As I said, I do not know.
So like, is this supposed to be like a metaphor for his personality? Or
The
something?
body was cut at the molecular level.
It's probably to do with the sink or something. What the hell?
There is hardly any blood left in the body. It could be speculated that the corpse was left with the cut section facing the ground. However, there are no traces of any blood flow on the ground. Therefore, it is clear that he was murdered at some other location.
"9 hours ago, but it's 6 years.
I should be asking, you're the one who you were also at the studios. Quite a coincidence, don't you?
What are you trying to say?
Why did you come here?
I got a Nile message. It said HB Stadium. That could only be referring to the case 6 years ago, right?
The half-body serial killings.
I need to know more about that case. Changed my life. Forever.
I wonder if that sniper dude was actually the fucking...
So that's why I came.
Latte.
Haven't found anything yet, though there is something I didn't find that's particularly interesting. You didn't look at the field. You'll see what I mean. Who sent the message?
I don't know. It was sent from an account that signed up with a fake... Someone must have wanted...
Someone?
Maybe the culprit.
Why would the culprit do that to you?
There is one more thing we don't know. The masked woman who shot at us earlier. Who could this person of interest be?
How do you know 100% it's a woman?
And why did she try to kill you?
Let's look around the field. No people. I don't understand what he meant by that. By looking at the field.
It's snowing, but it hasn't piled up yet.
Yeah.
By the way, Mizuki, there is something that has been bothering me.
What's this?
This is the field before law enforcement arrived. Notice anything peculiar?
Not snow buildup?
No.
The turf runs a considerable distance and is wet from the snow. If someone were to step on it, they would leave a trace.
No footprints.
However,
there aren't any footprints.
Indeed.
Then how did the body...
Unknown. Perhaps they descended from the sky. Or rose up from the ground. They teleported here.
Teleported?
I was joking.
Knowing this is probably true, though. You can't look up. Suppose the body could have been just thrown. Supposed to recognize something up in the stand. I like that touch. I don't think that was a thing before. They added it. It was green. Oh, there was a green thing there too. I swear I just. Oh. It's the last thing.
That's definitely.
Yeah. The same face we saw 6 years.
Jin was a young industrialist. He was quite famous and often made media appearances. This cannot possibly be a stranger who happens to look like him.
Six years ago, Jin Furue's body was discovered in Studio Devita, and now, his left half was found here at the stadium. And yet his time of death is 12 o'clock today.
The only other thing is he had a twin or a body double or something like that.
Which means that half his body was alive very recently.
Or half of his body's alive, but I don't know how that would even be a thing.
What the hell is going on? My brain is doing cartwheels trying.
Aiba?
Hold on, did Aiba just appear?
Yeah.
Wait, let me put my earphones in.
Can you hear me, boss?
Yeah, loud and clear.
So they can't see everything.
I looked into Jin Furue's family background. Not only did he not have a twin, but there is no record of him ever having siblings.
Yes, that's ruled out. That's the only other answer. They belong to different people. I guess it could be someone. It could be a body double.
There are no signs of him ever. That half body was definitely alive until just recently. What?
I mean, the heart is in the left half of the body.
I get it. You think they might have sewn the body back together.
No. And... were you two being serious?
Classic. The humor is still here.
You do realize the cerebrum, brainstem, and spinal cord were completely severed in two? I, of course, did consider it a possibility, but both faces match perfectly. The rest depends on the DNA results.
I have no idea what's going on.
The only other thing is fucking. They said teleport. It might be time travel. Like this technology probably does exist somehow.
But this case is definitely connected to the incident 6 years ago.
Which means the half-body case isn't over yet.
She looks the same age now. Holy fuck.
Hey, Aiba. How much do you know about the HB serial killer?
Oh my god, there's a bunch. I don't even know what this evaluation means. Yeah, they keep referring to. Oh, doesn't. No, I also know it's like Facebook.
As you know, my knowledge of the case is about the same.
Can't you just
Due to the
hack
explosion
in?
6 years ago, I lost all of my memories from a few days before that point.
Can't you just hack in or read someone's fucking mind?
And due to poor connection, I was unable to send or retrieve any backups.
What about you, boss?
Same for me. Ryuki was the one on the case at the time. I don't know anything other than what he reported.
What about the stuff he didn't report?
I'm not a psychic. How would I know something that he didn't tell me?
So the boss is the head of it and she didn't know? What? Let me read that again. So she would have been in Buddy's head. Poor connect, but can't she just connect now and fucking hack and? So we're gonna find out more about Ryuki. I guess he has a similar position. I have no idea.
Aiba, where's Ryuki now?
I've determined the location from Toma's GPS. Currently, Ryuki seems to be in Golden Yokocho.
It's not like a bar. That's the red light district. Go look at some titties. Aww.
I think he introduced himself to me before the show started.
Wait, so we play as Ryuki in the past and her in the present?
His name was Andes Kameji, I think.
That's his stage name, of course. His real name is Yoneharu Enda.
How the hell is his head
He's a
square?
comedian.
I'd never heard of him, but he must not be very good.
Oh, and I suppose you can do better, asshole. What do you know about comedians? Listen, comedians are all doing their best so they can bring people joy. And here you are, just...
Okay.
Did you really not understand what you were getting into when you agreed to this?
We arrived here right as the stream was about to begin. They made us sit in the contestant seat right away.
Well, the title of our show is right there.
Faith to Face, our special 6-hour live stream marathon, brought to you by Amabi TV.
We cut the stream, of course, but the cameras should have been running when that body appeared. I'm sure all of Japan, or even the world tuning in on the internet, is in shock right now.
Kind of like Family Feud, I had.
Are you still out of it, miss? This is Studio Devaita in Minato Roppongi. It's a rental studio, mostly used for live streaming, filming, that kind of thing. They're being questioned by the police in the waiting room. Mr. Ryuki, aren't you with the police too?
Well, yes.
I'm just an inspector. Why would you want to know my name?
We're both going after the culprit together.
Wow, what an honor coming from someone. My name is Kagami.
Him again.
I see. Kagami.
It's Kagami. K-A-G-A-M-I. My name is Kagami. I told you it's Kagami.
I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. I'm sure you actually remember.
Oh, right. You're Mr. Oshamambe, aren't you?
That's not even close. Jin Furue? Yes, I actually follow him on Twitter.
Twitter?
He cuts through all the BS of the modern world. He's insightful. Well...
What? You still haven't taken DNA samples?
Easier said than done. Most of the blood was drained from the body, so we have no choice but to take samples from the organs. Wait, hey, this is no place...
What do you mean?
I mean, you're right next to the body.
So?
So? Well, you could be traumatized for life seeing something like this.
I'm fine. I've seen worse.
Anyway, you're in the way. Well, there you have it.
So in other words, you don't have... Fray to free?
Fray can mean battle, tatter, ravel, or strain. Free is self-explanatory.
To set free, or...
So the phrase could mean something like, fight to set free.
Scan the code.
What's with that QR code?
The thing is, there seems to be we're having issues.
What?
What? You got a problem with that?
No?
Yeah, this guy's a pussy.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half Might!
Did they actually make a My Hero Academia reference? Ugh. That show was good, like for the first 3 seasons. Well, arguably the manga is way better. They fucking ruined the anime for the fucking movies. Whatever.
Half for all! We are full-time heroes!
You okay, Mr. Ryuki?
Ugh, you get those fucking Western lame people. Normie anime people.
I feel like you aren't exactly sound of mind.
Really? Is he actually mentally fucked?
Please, don't rush.
Looks like he's just standing there to me.
Yeah.
Is it true that body? It's hard to believe, but...
Wasn't there something about every... It's interesting that 6 years again. Wasn't that a thing in the last game? Everyone was like multiples of 6 and shit? Yeah, even the... I wonder if this is the next cycle. She's 12. Yeah, it's the next fucking cycle. Dislikes passing on not a robot test. Okay, that's kind of funny. Captures. Damn, she's 49? What the hell? She's like 30. Pottying up. Come on now. So they're starting to shoehorn in fucking strong whammons. Skills, finding weaknesses. What? Her adoptive mother? Did Date get together with her? What the hell? People don't know. He's 48. Man, these people don't look like their age.
Kurita Ryuki, 23 years old.
I feel like we're having this conversation again. Wait, what?
Due to your excellent marks, you skipped a few grades at an elite private university and graduated at 21. Afterward, you went through training at Police Academy for 15 months.
Didn't that just say he's...
And were accepted into Abyss last summer.
Oh, he's saying that I am.
It's incredibly rare for anyone to get into Abyss without having stepped. Don't tell me you
Of course I didn't. I took the formal exam and boss acknowledged my abilities.
You mean your endurance? You're a young guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, boss definitely seems more into the marathons than the sprints.
What are you talking about?
Well, Ryuki, when a man and a woman love each other very much...
You don't have to explain it. I get it.
We work in the same building. Can't blame you though. Metro PD Major Crimes. Name's Ushidera. HQ still hasn't gotten any reports about hell. What if that body crossed over time and space to get here? It's possible, right?
They're really hinting at that, aren't they?
No.
Okay, so that's definitely how it happened. How are they going to explain that in this game?
What? Isn't it obvious? Iris is totally freaking out, so I'm helping her call. When are you letting me leave anyway? That other detective said you still had questions you...
Mizuki Date. Her former name is Okiura, but she was adopted by my superior officer, Kaname Date. That's why I've met her a few times before.
Like the time you carried Date home on your back after he had one too many rounds.
I don't know. He got all giddy about taking a long vacation. He's probably at a cabaret club in Meguro right now, pouring some ponzu on that Reika chick's fat thighs.
What? What the hell? Fat thigh. Isn't the thick girls, is it?
Of course. Jin Furue, right? I've seen him online a bunch of times.
Interesting that he's famous like that last person with that company, Talent.
Does she look okay to you? I already talked to the other detective.
I know her name, without asking. I was introduced before the show started, and...
She was involved in the new Cyclops serial killings that happened last November.
Oh, I didn't realize they were called the new. Okay, so the new Cyclops one.
You read the reports.
Yeah, so I know enough about what happened.
Did I make a mistake? Was I supposed to say yes?
Mr. Date was also on that case.
Fuck off. Definitely is. It's this in the 6th timeline.
Teleportation.
What?
That body teleported here from a parallel world, but only half of his body was able to make it through. That's why he was split in half. Gee.
Oh, really, Mama?
Oh, you mean Shinpei?
Shinpei?
Shinpei Wagai. That's his name. He was one of our members until just recently.
Was?
Yeah, he went clean. Left the life completely.
And where is he now?
Who knows? The moment he saw the corpse, he's probably
His name is Moma Kumakura. He's a leader of the Kumakura gang, which is under the Uchisaki family.
I know. The Kumakuras are known for being peculiar, even among Yakuza. But why is their leader at a live stream?
Anyway, it's real fucked up.
Nice, they didn't censor that.
Even people in my world wouldn't kill someone so gruesomely. That bastard. Scaring Tessa like this. Whoever did this better make sure the cops get to him before...
Tessa's backwards, ASAP backwards.
Well, there's no one else available, so...
What?
I know this case could get... It might be too hot to assign to a rookie, but then again, you...
I'll give you hands-on assistance for this investigation.
Hey, what's going on with you? Memory problems? Brain disorders?
No.
Boss was invited here by Ma, a host from Kabuki Show. Ma told her, let's go on this online show together. It looked at immediately after she showed up. She was sent a Nile message that read, sorry, something...
So in other words, he flaked on her.
Boss tried to go home, but the show's staff stopped her and...
So she called up her obedient underling, huh?
Yeah, you remember now?
Remember? You never told me anything about this Ma guy.
Ah, so Tama told you. After I asked her not to. It's Jin Furue, no doubt about it. He was like an advisor who represented the young talent. I saw him... This is so strange.
Similar backstory to the other dude.
Why just his right half?
I don't know, I suppose this is like evil half or his good half. What else?
The estimated time of death was about 40 hours ago. Today is February 10th. Current time 2200, which means he died around 6 o'clock February 9th.
Yesterday morning.
There's hardly any blood left in his body. His body must have been left with his legs slightly raised and the cut side facing the ground. Blood naturally flowed out as a result, leaving the cut surprisingly clean and visible. The cut appears to have been made by something far thinner than paper.
Thinner than paper?
For example, something with zero thickness, like a tube.
There's no...
What's more is that it doesn't seem like the connections between molecules were severed. The structure of the molecules themselves have been cut.
That's it for the so the inner molecules. I love the music. So good. What else is there? What else is ready to talk? I'm missing. Not facing.
Wait.
What is it?
Yes, his eyeballs.
This might not be related to the Ryuki, would you mind moving closer to the body?
What is going on?
He's missing one of his back teeth.
Yes, the first molar of his upper jaw was completely removed from its root. Judging by the impression left in the gums, it looks like it was removed
Okay.
The identity of the deceased has been confirmed through Jin Furue, 29 years old, the CEO of Music Food Co. He's also an executive at several IT firms. Consultation. His columns and essays are featured in various magazines and online. By the way, Ryuki, there's something about the corpse's head that's been bothered. It's hard to see from here, so...
What's this?
Ooh, there's like a big hole in the back of his head.
It's an enlarged picture of Jin's temporal region. It's hard to see because of the hair in the way, but there are signs of In other words, there's bruising. I think he got hit with a blunt object.
Someone hit him from behind?
Probably, but I don't think this is a fatal wound. There's no damage to the skull or brain itself. And as you can clearly see, there are no other visible wounds besides the head trauma. He must have been cut in two while he was alive.
Knocked out first.
Ryuki, I've got a connection. The QR code link. It leads to a ViewCube page.
ViewCube?
Yes, the video streaming site.
ViewCube? YouTube?
Whose account does the channel belong to?
No idea. It was registered.
Okay.
What?
I'm sorry.
That's better.
Imagine what this fucking video is. Some of these augmented reality games, is it? Reminds me of those creepy YouTube channels. What the fuck?
What's wrong, Ryuki?
So Ryuki seems like he's off. Oh, he's speaking in Japanese. He's really fucking. I bet you probably can read. I wonder what happens if you do it in Jeff. Face. If it switches around to English, that'd be funny.
Hey, are you...
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
The hell? Is he actually on fire, or is that in his head? Zero Escape. Oh shit, it's the James Bond intro. What got they shooting? This game looks like it might be a non-fuck. I'm hoping they don't keep swapping back and forth like that. That might get a little confusing slash annoying.
You are familiar with it?
Like, at sporadic points.
Yeah, I've been here a bunch of times. Ryuki is supposed to be here?
I'm certain of it.
Okay, let's go in.
Okay, so it's not like always back and forth. Fair enough. Oh, she would talk more about this stuff. That's something that they took out. Usually they'd make smart ass comments about shit. I hope that's not completely removed from the game. It's not really much of a point to click on shit then.
It's a picture of Ganesha, the Hindu god.
Okay, so it does some of them.
Ganesha is worshipped as the god of wealth, especially by merchants.
Is this gun on the tail there? It's not some beer, is it?
Come on, Ryuki. Wake up. Jin furrowed the other side of his corpse. The one we couldn't find 6 years. The time of his death was. What do you think that means? Answer me, Ryuki. You were in charge of the HB case, weren't you?
Make it a sidebar, please.
Ugh. Just what kind of dream is he having?
How should I know?
Should we try wink syncing?
Forget it. Hey, Oh, look, a porno mag.
The fuck?
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to work on Ryuki. I suspect Date would have woken up instantly.
Oh, I didn't like that joke last time. It was funny the first time, but it...
They're gone.
Where to?
I don't know. Maybe to the mirror world?
What?
Genny, being this man? Full name, Gen Ishiagane. I met him several times in the past when I was in Date's left eye socket.
Is that bear it killed?
Yeah. Genny is the owner of this fusion. He runs it all by himself without... Where could he be? Come on, Ryuki. Wake up! Jin Furue's other half was found. Gee, please, I want to know all about the HB case and the explosion are related. If I can solve the HB case, maybe I can figure out...
I'll take a double shochu curry shot.
This is futile, Mizuki. Ryuki's blood alcohol level is 0.32%. In fairness, the reason he's like this now is because of that incident. He had psychological issues before, but the events of the case deepened his condition. As you can see, he now spends his days drowning himself in alcohol.
So if we solve this case, we might be...
It's possible.
Then it's all the more reason for him to help, for his own sake.
Still, I doubt he would wake up even if you cut his eyelids off.
Isn't it obvious? I'll sync with him.
Come on, big brother! Wake up! Wake up!
If you don't hurry, you're gonna be late.
He's awake?
Nurse, pour some soy sauce on me.
What?
Right down the middle.
The fuck? Conveniently, we get. This old wait, I guess yeah, she's strong now.
I've always been here.
Hey, did you hear something?
Yes, that's the...
Oh! Wait, what?
Wait, you didn't see her at the
I did.
Of course not. She's probably at a host club in Kabukicho, licking the salt off her third tequila shot right about now. I know. I got the report. Jin Furue's right half was found in The other half was found at the stadium. The corpse's estimated time of no signs of the body having been frozen. And Jin doesn't have any twins. The theory of the right and left half belonging to different people was debunked earlier, too.
What do you mean?
We got the DNA results. The DNA extracted from Jin's right half 6 years ago. The base sequence was an exact match with the left half that was found. A 100% match. They definitely belong to the same person.
The only other option that they didn't deny, what if it's a clone?
The right half was found 6 years ago on February 10th. Today is also February 10th. What could it mean? Mizuki, do you really intend to sync with him?
Would it be a problem because he's drunk or something?
No, but what I mean is... I understand. I'm sure you want to solve the... After all, you lost two very precious things due to the Date, of course, and...
Her eye?
Your left eye. At least we didn't have to extract your eye to insert the AI ball. There was nothing left to extract.
I am glad the room was vacant.
How the hell did the eyeball get out of Dade? Did he get blown out of her eye?
I don't do well with roommates.
Listen, you shouldn't delve. I have a very...
Don't worry. Boss didn't technically give me permission to sing.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah.
There will be no turning...
I know.
I see. What happened 6... Ryuki's memories may hold the answer. Mizuki, the time limit within Somnium is 6 minutes. Stay there any longer, and your consciousness will be absorbed into the subject's mind.
I got it. This isn't my first time singing.
Okay then.
And that 6-minute limit was false, too. Oh no, not this song again. The fuck?
I've been practicing. How's my dancing?
Yeah, looking good. Wriggling around like a freshly caught shrimp.
Oh, no. Not you two. I'm too cute to be a shrimp.
Hey, listen. Now's no time for a dance number. We have an investigation to handle.
Ah, yes. My apologies. I felt compelled. Oh, Mizuki. Do you know your way around Somnia? If you are assigned to this case, you will be Would you like a refresh?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. A little refresher course couldn't hurt.
Understood. I will be ready to assist.
Got it. Thanks. All right, then.
This desk and camera are from the interrogation room.
But there's no walls or ceiling. What am I supposed to do in a place this bare?
Well, before anything... Somnium scan! Activate!
I can barely read that. What the hell?
This layer of Ryuki's Somnium appears to have 3 mental locks.
So I gotta unlock those, right?
Correct. By doing the truth is found in...
Okay, I'll start with this room first.
Right. There isn't much to interact with, but there must be a way to continue.
Man, there's already a choice right now. What the fuck? Is that gonna waste time?
It is the same two-way mirror as the interrogation room. Due to the lack of a wall, it appears...
I know it's going to be me, but ask anyway.
Mirror, who is the most beautiful person in the world?
That's funny that they kept this stuff.
It's me, Kagami!
No, it isn't.
That's kind of funny.
It is a two-way mirror.
The room behind it.
A folding chair.
Try sitting on it.
There. Oh, what?
Ryuki.
Mizuki, now is your chance to question him. Mizuki, you cannot get away with this just because you're a member of law enforcement. According to Criminal Law Entry 195...
Chill, we're in a dream. It's fine.
Well, at this rate, we won't get in...
Wake up!
Screw it! Guess I'll just do...
Jesus Christ.
Iva, that's enough! You're violating criminal law.
That's obvious.
Ryuki, can you tell me what you know about the HB case?
Why do you keep making me remember? Damn it. Damn it. Please, stop!
Iva?
Did I die?
Iva, you okay?
Yeah, it just got...
That blue thing. Is it an eyeball?
Uh-oh.
Ryuki, do you know the culprit?
Do you?
What is this? It's a reverse sync. What? Ryuki's consciousness is flowing into your brain, Mizuki.
Uh-oh. I think I fucked up with that choice. I remember the first game I accidentally got to the real ending and I had to first thing, but I don't think that's happening this time.
This is...
Date's room. Tama.
Mr. Date's house.
Oh yeah, because we're battling her. Man, why is she more? She's way more slutty. Holy shit. Zoom in or and
What is this? Soup?
not that again. Wait, was that it?
Do you know the culprit?
The culprits. I don't know.
Intrusion boarded.
There you go. I want to look up her script.
We've defended against Ryuki's.
So is everything okay?
It should be. Usually, the sinker goes into the subject's mind, but for some reason, the subject's consciousness. But you should be. We have blocked the route of intrusion. We are reconnected.
That's good.
I don't know what the hell is going on. Wait, what? I'm in a completely different area. So remember, the name is another. I already chose a path then. So you gotta get in there and remember. Ugh, if I can't remember, this is definitely a bad choice. Yeah. Alright, well. Flowchart, I'm definitely on a new path now.
This place is.
It's the cathedral.
Oh, so this is what you were talking about.
Hey, is that rubble?
It appears as though the collapse was halted halfway through.
Oh, it's Ryuki.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Wait, Mizuki. You can only remain in Somnia for 6 minutes, 360 seconds. For some reason or another, the passage of time. But that is not the case now.
You need me to find the info within 6 minutes.
While I remain still, time almost stops. But time progresses.
That's the system that Pewter came up with, right? I swear that Pewter is like a tech
I thought the
god.
developers.
Thank you, XCon.
I thought that Buddy, the creator of this game, said in an interview he wasn't going to do that fucking time bullshit.
That's an interesting way to compliment someone.
Anyway, if you are stuck, simply stop moving and look at the map and try to get up.
Yeah. Then go ahead and check that "Don't display this message again" box.
I don't have that function.
Don't know what the eyeballs are for. In the last game, these are my lesser favorite parts, so I'm hoping that dispel hallucinations. That doesn't fucking help. Next objective, close in. What the fuck? In the first game, these were my least favorite parts, as they got really frustrating after a while.
What's this?
They didn't make
We're
any
surrounded.
sense. It was just like randomly guessing.
The rubble turned into a hand. Ryuki's dream sure is creepy.
Darn. We need to find a way out of here. It's a torch.
Breathe in.
It's a normal torch. I can feel the heat. There is nothing different.
Oh, I see.
What?
Mizuki, I have obtained a key.
What's that?
A key is a new function that uses an algorithm to clarify the rules of a Somnium world or the sync subject's psyche.
In other words, it tells you how the dream works?
Correct.
Damn, we can do that now? Computer's legit.
The sync system has evolved greatly.
Okay, so hopefully it's not as stupid as the first game where you're just randomly guessing half the time.
The key can help with unlocking mental locks and better understanding the subject. By searching more, the key will be updated and—
So the more I search, the more hints I get.
Probably has to do torches then.
a brazier. It looks like a
Touch it.
No.
Please, come on. Just the tip, please.
Okay then. Hot! Or...
So it's fire that's not hot?
This fire must have shadow traits.
Shadow traits?
Different properties from the real world. For example, consider fire that is not hot. It is as though it is missing a property that it has in the real world.
Huh. I wonder if that applies to the bodies. Maybe the body is the same half, but it's in the real world, it's the, I don't know.
These shadows are usually heavily affected by the nature of dreams. So we might not extinguish this fire in the usual, predictable fashion.
Probably add more fire to it, is it?
A brazier.
If this brazier is a shadow, we can't extinguish it in the normal way.
Let's try something that doesn't normally extinguish.
All right, suck in.
I do have amazing suction.
Keck. The hell? Put on her nose?
Amazing suction! Bravo! Marvelous!
Huh? Deja vu?
Looks like the shadow traits were the key after all.
The fuck? It was opposite?
That rubble there. Is that lower than before?
Do we have another time limit?
If we do, we cannot be wasting time. All right, let's chase after Ryuki. If you get lost,
Yeah, I know.
The map, actually. That's the only thing I can inspect.
Hey, Ryuki.
It's not my fault. Damn it!
We're trapped in this space again.
But if we get rid of something with the shadow trait...
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes left.
Ryuki is drunk and he's holding on.
An evolver is floating.
Shoot, Ryuki.
It's an evolver. Standard issue for Abyss members.
Is it Ryuki's?
Unless there is a special request. All members. But there is one thing I know.
What is it?
I do not feel any electromagnetic. The evolver utilizes electromagnetism.
Oh, maybe it's one of those shadow trait things.
Perhaps.
Oh, yay! I got a timey!
You know what a timey is.
It's like a useful item that changes the...
For the most part, timey is a material capable of modifying the way the brain processes time. By using this, you can...
You go...
You cannot hold on to too many at a time, so be sure to use... It's an evolver.
Oh.
Are you sure? This might have ill effects on...
It's fine!
You should take this. My apologies, Ryuki.
Huh.
It went through.
I guess there's no point shooting Ryuki.
Present soil.
It's an evil. Which method do you want to try? Inside the mouth, below the chin, or on the temple?
Holy shit.
You don't have any second thoughts about this?
It's pretty dark.
I do. Above all else, I believe...
I see. In that case, can you ignore my last command? What the? Iba! Iba!
It was a blank. My ears are ringing.
Jeez.
I have other holes. I'll be fine.
What were you planning on using the other holes for?
It appears obeying your command was the right thing to do. Good job, Mizuki.
Oh,
That actually worked. Wait, he copies what I do?
Ryuki!
Damn it! Damn it! It's no use. Me dying isn't gonna fix anything!
Man, Ryuki's fucked. I don't think he should have become a cop if he...
Are these feet?
Handle that shit.
I can't die yet.
Why did that just cut me in half?
Let's chase after Ryuki.
My regrets and sorrow.
This again.
But now we know what to do. We need to find the thing with shadow traits and break it.
Yes. But it looks like we can only interact with Ryuki. Ryuki.
I did nothing wrong.
Kick him.
His face irritates.
But Ryuki doesn't.
Huh. He doesn't have a shadow.
No shadow.
Yes. It could be the shadow.
Can I kick him?
This Ryuki doesn't have a shadow.
That must be the shadow trait.
So we should do the opposite of what.
Yes. Don't encourage the.
Ota would probably love the praise, but this is Ryuki, the honor student we're talking about.
Ryuki, you're doing well. You did nothing wrong. No one's going to resent you. But just rest.
No! Which is why I needed to do something!
All right.
No, 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 no! No forgiveness! No, never!
I'm accidentally getting this right. I don't know what's going on.
The fire. There's.
What is Ryuki holding on to that's hurting him like this?
You have 4 minutes remaining.
The evolver again.
Hey, this police ID is.
It's Date's, isn't it?
What? Ryuki!
That's.
I'm sorry. I didn't think this would happen.
You're gonna solve everything. Everything.
Blood.
Let's get out of here, Mizuki.
I have no idea how I completed that one. What the fuck? Depressed? I like that they're reusing music. Pretty sure this music was in the first game. Can I... Hidden eyeballs? I missed...
Don't be so stiff. Come a little closer.
Tama, Why do you always talk about that kind of thing?
Sexual.
What kind of thing? I want to hear you say it. Worried about school? Worried about education? Is that worried about your future? I think that's a lie. It's not that you don't have anything. You just think that it's impossible. Ask yourself. Don't let the words of your I'm sure you'll find something. If you find it, follow your dream. The rest will be said there.
Okay, friendship will solve everything.
Worried about health?
They say.
Do you treat your body well?
I don't do anything.
I thought so.
I
Is your
thought
image
so.
on your mind?
I'm hairy.
I think it's fine. I like hairy people, male or female. Bigfoot. That's my type.
Hairy females? Ugh.
You know what they say about big feet? Worried about work?
I thought so.
Huh? Worried about money?
No.
Worried about school? Worried about education? Is that... If this were an act game, you could remove all your equipment and die from taking one hit. As a way to increase the difficulty. Why don't you do the same? Go to class naked. If anyone calls you, I'm sure class would be way more thrilling.
What kind of life advice is this?
Worried about work? Worried about health? Is your image on your mind? Should I even ask about anything? Then tell me. I see. Got it. Go to the hospital first thing tomorrow. I can't help you with that. How about I take it all off instead?
Pose? What the hell is she wearing? Alright, fucking move this up. Zooming on. Oh my god, there's titty physics. Zooming on those titties. She got a mole on her titty. Surprised she doesn't say anything. Let's see what kind of crazy costume she got.
Come, I will be your opponent. This white part, you can paint it whatever color you want. Earlier, Boss was working while wearing this. She's starting to lose it. This is the face I make when Ryuki blows his nose with a 10,000 yen note. This is how the four of them reacted when they found out Abyss is getting a finished sauna. This makes me feel like summer is coming to an end.
Say the same thing.
Yeah, looks good. Shark movies aren't really horror. It's a mask that makes you want to run a death game for 9.
You can buy shit. this. What does this even do? Anyway. Wait, what?
I'm not leaving until you give me an. You probably weren't listening to me at Brahmin, so I'll.
No need. Tama told me earlier. Jin Furue's other half was found, but the body was alive until noon today. You wanna know how? It's simple. Jin's left half flew here. It flew through time from the world 6 years ago.
What are you talking about? Ryuki, I looked inside your mind.
I know. You synced with me, didn't you?
Who was that person?
That person?
The person who was reaching out to you at the end of the Somnium. Tell me, something happened 6 years ago.
You really wanna know?
Yeah,
You could be putting yourself in danger.
I'm not afraid.
Fine. But I'm sure there's no need to explain what happened on February 10th, 6 years ago.
Yeah, I was there.
Alright, then I'll start from the part you don't know about. The day after the incident. February 11th.
Okay. Wait, why is she in her titties? Date's here.
What's up, Ryuki?
Mr. Date.
She's holding in her tits.
What are you looking at, Ryuki?
I was just looking at the round...
Pervert.
No.
You can touch him if you want to.
No, you absolutely cannot.
Oh boy, here we go.
What's wrong? You've been staring.
Oh, it's not... How long are you going to keep that here?
Until I get a new boyfriend.
Then it's gonna stay there forever.
Right.
Date, I'm assigning you to Venezuela.
Good luck.
I heard that's Boss's grandfather.
Don't fill his head with nonsense. That's not my grandfather. That's my grandfather's death mask.
This is gonna be a fun ride. Making fun of
Not any less weird.
I haven't been on a board in a while.
I think you've fallen your ass. plenty already.
I remember, Mr. Date, you like to hit that thing when you're feeling stressed out, right, boss?
Oh, no, I wouldn't do. I just throw it against the wall.
That's even worse.
What about cockroaches, boss? They're shiny and black.
Okay, I'm reducing your salary.
Oh. Reminds me of you, boss.
Which part?
It's a new piece that got spread around. Probably some of the stuff that's being said in this game is actually being said in 2022. It's fucking hilarious.
Did you know this doll can talk, Ryuki?
He's my childhood friend.
What are you talking about?
It's me, Mario. Nice to meet you.
It talks?
That RC goes pretty...
Oh?
3 million kilometers per second.
The universe would collapse if that were true.
When I see that ball, it reminds me of my boyfriend from high school.
Yeah, you seem like the type who'd be into that.
You want to hear?
Okay.
Good for them.
Hey, I'm your superior, you know. You should all at least...
I found out what that rug actually costs, by the way.
That's true. I confiscated it from a thief.
Are you allowed to do that?
It hasn't even been half a day. Jin's left half hasn't been found yet either.
Why did his right half burst into flames like that?
We're still looking into it, but I was told they haven't recovered any mechanical or electrical pieces.
So it wasn't a time bomb.
Do you think it could have been spontaneous combustion?
Who knows? Yeah, the entire country's been talking about it all day.
Not just Japan. A body sliced in half suddenly appeared in the middle of a broadcast, and then there was that weird QR code too. I'd be surprised if it didn't go viral.
But how strange. There was a blackout before the corpse appeared, right? So why didn't the stream get cut off? What?
You went to a host club in Kabukicho after the investigation, didn't you?
Who would do such a thing?
I mean, you usually do that.
I went straight home last night. I can't be out drinking every night. My kid would never let me hear the end of it.
I'm sorry, your kid?
Yeah, my little girl. At least, I think she's a little girl. I didn't spot any dangly bits, so unless she says otherwise.
I'm really surprised that made it in. Some people are going to be seething over that.
I had no idea you had a daughter, boss.
Twitter is going to be in an uproar.
Neither did I.
I didn't know either. Why'd you keep that a secret all this time?
It wasn't a secret. No one asked.
She's a single mom. That daughter must be old. She's 49 right now. Why is there no voice here? Why is she like Bunari's evolved form? Low bunny or whatever. It'd be kind of cool if you could choose the gender of those eyeball things.
Tama, show me the news.
That's not how you ask for a favor, is it?
I beg of you, Lady Tama.
The hell?
I said news, not nudes.
I see a stupid-looking man's face, like this.
El Goog.
Yeah, I'll try.
I do look pretty done up though. Dressed pretty nice.
You'll try. What the hell is that? Why don't you say it like you mean it, asshole? It's your duty to solve this case. This is why.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might, half for all, we are full-time heroes!
Ryuki?
You feeling okay?
Maybe we should have a doctor take a look at you.
Don't worry,
You're trying to convince yourself, aren't you? Poor Ryuki, you're exhausted.
I got it, Tama.
Nice and soft. It feels kind of soothing being here.
Anything to promote office wellness.
What are you talking about?
Well then, you won't mind if I join you? I'm kidding.
Wanna see it again?
See if I can pick up anything
No.
else again.
Thank you.
This video is fuck.
What is it, Ryuki?
The QR code on that sign was shown during the live stream too.
Yeah, quite clearly.
That means it was seen by people.
They say the ViewCube video and the link got several million views.
The account is already deleted, but you know how it is. People uploaded copies to other sites almost immediately.
I like that. They're at least aware how it works real life. That'll never disappear once that's on the internet.
That means the actual number of people who saw it is several times.
Anything strange happened since?
What do you mean?
Maybe a bunch of people being sent to the hospital after seeing the video or...
No, I haven't heard any
I see.
Like I said, the uploader of the original video is unknown.
Date. Is there something on my face?
Well...
Let me guess. Eye patch? Looks cool, doesn't it? I'm wearing the patch because Iva ran away from home.
That's not the whole story, though, is it, Date? You tried to watch a VR video of bikini girls splitting watermelons at the beach.
I can't do this anymore. I am done being your partner.
So Iva leapt out of Date's eye socket and ended up at my place.
So she's at your house right now?
No, she's working on a top...
What mission?
If I told you, it wouldn't be top secret.
I thought you were on vacation.
Yeah, new labor laws. I'm supposed to be on break.
Then why are you here?
Well, why not? I was bored, so I thought I'd come play darts.
This is supposed to be a place of business. Could you not play around in here?
What? This room is full of things to play with. I saw the news last night. I talked to Boss earlier too, so I know the gist of what's going on. A corpse suddenly appeared in the middle of a live stream, right? And for some reason, just the right half.
This is the past, right? Fuck, this is getting all confusing already. Is this the present or that? Is he supposed to be gone, isn't he? Interesting that Tama's 6 likes anything perverted. Bondage, wax play, spanking. Date's not here. Wait, how is her birthday the 30th of April if it's only February the 10th or the 11th? Fuck. Unless she was... Yeah, I guess so, that makes sense. Because she was like 10 months old, really.
I could travel through time and space. Advice? I only give advice when I'm drinking. Shall we?
It's not even noon yet.
Who cares? I'm on vacation.
Well, I'm not.
Come on. My treat, as usual.
No, I'll just handle this myself.
What? Drink with me.
Obsessed with drinking juice.
Okay then. Tama and I will continue the investigation.
Oh, wait. Before you go, there's one thing I want you to be careful about. Abyss is having issues with the communication network right now. Any data obtained by your AI ball can't be uploaded to the cloud.
vision has
Yeah, I can't do any backups right now. I can only save data inside my body's storage.
So we'll be in big trouble if you break.
Yes, any data saved from today on will be lost.
Understood. We'll be careful.
So, where do you plan on going first?
I thought we'd start by asking around for more info. I haven't been able to talk to the people who were at the scene much yet.
Mizuki, Iris, Moma, Chinpei, and Andy's Komeiji, the host.
Do you have their locations?
Yes, I've obtained each of their locations through the GPS on their smartphones. First, Mizuki is at a place called Matsushita Diner.
Ota's place.
Iris seems to be on the campus of Sekiba High.
Makes sense. She's a student there, after all.
Moma and Chinpei are at the Kumakura office.
Right. The Dragon and Lanterns place.
And finally, Komeiji. He seems to be on the rooftop amusement... Market Misatan.
Misatan. That department store in Shinjuku?
Do you want to ride along for the investigation, Mr. Date?
I'm not gonna work on my day off. I'm not that bored.
Bored enough to come here.
There are many types of boredom.
Well, Ryuki, I'm counting on you.
Right. Leave it to me.
Tama, you take care of Ryuki, okay?
Always.
Let's go to this dude. I want to see what this dude's about. Mr. fucking clock, man. Yeah. What the hell?
Shoma, my little boy, he's in elementary school. One day I wake up, go to the bathroom mirror, and I have writing on my forehead. It must have been Shoma. He had been learning letters in school recently. Anyway, he writes, "Death Tub." And I'm thinking, Death Tub? Is that what he meant? You see, then Shoma saw my face and started busting out laughing. And I was thinking, what's so funny? That's when I realized, when you see Death Tub in the mirror...
The butt head.
God of energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
Just already he was wanting to. Oh, that's why she liked him.
Another story about Shoma. One day I got a call from school and a rather heavy-set vice principal told me, "Your Shoma called me a pig of all things!" I apologized, then gave Shoma a talking to. "Listen here, Shoma, don't you ever call the vice principal that again." He said, "Okay, I won't call the vice principal a pig anymore, but it's okay if I call a pig vice principal, right?" I say, "Sure, why not?" So then as the kid is leaving, he says, "I'm sorry, can I go play with my friends now, vice principal?" God of energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
Are you finished?
Well, you're the only one here. You're Mr. Ryuki from the Metropolitan Police Department.
Yes.
Then let's go somewhere else to talk. You'd prefer someplace quieter, right?
the hell?
Wait, the Ferris wheel?
Well, why not?
Alone with a middle-aged man in an enclosed space? This is not what I had in mind.
Okay, you gotta get this out of the head. Your fucking head.
Oh, this? It's my one and only stage outfit. This sharp little bow tie is the highlight. My boy bought it for me last year.
Bow ties are somewhat unusual. Traditional ties are more common.
But you weren't wearing that tie last night, were you?
Oh, I wasn't. I tend to take it off or put it on based on how I'm feeling.
Do you come to the stage a lot?
Yeah, the owner of the Misaton department store took a liking to me. He's given me the opportunity to appear several times now. I love Ferris wheel. I like anything that continuously spins around, actually. Plane propellers, washing machines, the beds at love hotels.
There used to be rotating beds at love hotels a long time ago.
How do you know that?
Just like life, isn't it? With its ups and downs. We rotate around the same places over and over.
Getting pretty high now.
Well, the beds at love hotels don't go up and down, though. Although, I guess they do, in a way.
My boy is just like me, you know?
Shoma? You mentioned him on stage earlier.
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too. He's almost in middle school and he still comes here by himself all the time. He talks like he's all grown up, but he's still a kid inside.
With your love of Ferris wheels, I'd say you're still a kid on the inside too.
You got a point there. You're probably right.
Ha 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 ha! Look, the ants are like people.
What?
It's the other way around. Wait, the other way around doesn't sound right either.
You know I'm a comedian now, but when I was in my early 20s, I was working as I appeared on several quiz shows on the side and ended up winning first place many times.
Komeiji was famous as a quiz king ever since he was a student. He even had worshippers who lauded him as the quiz god.
Thinking back, that may have been the peak of my life. Adored wherever I went, everyone buying me all sorts of things. Maybe I shouldn't have taken advantage of the situation like I did. I was so enamored by the glamorous celebrity life. I've always loved comedy, so I strived to become a comedian. And after that, well, it's just as you saw on that stage.
I wonder why there wasn't an audience. It was so funny.
The producer for that show knew about me from my Quiz King days. He thought I could tell all sorts of anecdotes and gave me an offer to host the show. Right. Sorry for calling you Team Popo back then. It was in the script. Didn't really have a choice.
Arisa Mizuki, Lemniscape. Who was on my team? Oh, it was Boss. Team Yakuza.
He's right in the middle of his rebellious stage, so his mother hasn't been around.
Was it a divorce?
Yeah. She got sick of me and left. I was just invited there and hosted the show as requested. Then that body suddenly appeared.
Did you know Jin, the victim?
I've never met him. I do know he was hated for his extreme narcissism and ego. If I had to guess, the motive was probably a grudge. Someone must have had a grudge against him and did that. Does it?
A little.
A lot is more like it. Komeiji's blood alcohol level is 0.12%. The early stages of inebriation.
So much alcohol in this game. The first game didn't really have that.
I just couldn't get over what happened last night and ended up drinking too much. I wanted to forget about everything. Sorry I couldn't help, Mr. Reed. I wish you luck with the invest. Now, if you...
The environments this time around are a lot more creative. I don't really like the music for this one. I'll do her last. Let's go to the Kumakuras. This should be a good time. These guys are wild. Oh, they kept the music.
You're the director of that quiz show, Chimpe?
You got a problem with that?
No.
I told you, he got out. He's making an honest living as a civilian. That's right, boss. Stop calling me that. You're not a member of the gang anymore.
I actually used to attend a vocational school to learn about film. I wanted to be a porn director. I used the connections I got there to reach out to a production company for online shows, and I was promoted to director right away. Supposedly, the last director ran away, so they... We didn't have enough people. The quiz show needed 3 teams of 2 to answer questions. We tried hard, but couldn't get together that last team. I had no choice but to participate myself, so I invited the boss to go with me.
And MoMA agreed to participate?
Well, you know, it was a request from one of my precious underlings after.
I convinced him by saying Tessa would be there too.
Yeah, that's probably why he...
Then he agreed right away.
I don't remember him being so likable from the last game, but...
I came to say thanks to the boss for yesterday. I was thinking of going to Akiba, and this place is on the way.
Why Akiba?
Well, I need to stop by a maid cafe.
Maid cafe?
Yeah, it's called Sunfish Pocket. My girlfriend works there.
His girlfriend.
An ashtray in this day and age? How anachronistic is this place?
It's like a Yakuza den in here.
That's exactly what it is.
Help! I've been flattened!
What the fuck?
Did you just hear something?
No, nothing.
Is that her making
Oh,
voices
just so you
in my
know,
head?
that thing's fake. It's not a real tiger.
She's making fucking noises in my head and shit. No dating apps allowed. TikTok. I like the music in here, it's pretty chill.
There are a lot of lanterns lined up here.
I hope they use the fast music from the first game, whatever some shit's about to go down. That's probably my favorite soundtrack.
Maybe MoMA hung them up.
Wait, who's hung? Who?
Come on now.
Huh? MoMA?
MoMA's hung, huh?
That's pushing it, that's not...
That's not what I said.
I hacked into it. There are a ton of videos of salmon laying eggs in there.
I don't... We all have our own...
Salmon laying eggs. It's kind of random.
A dragon with a gold ball.
My girl has a baby on the way, so we decided to get married. But it said they wouldn't let me have their daughter unless I got out of the business. I agonized over the decision so much that I could only eat 2 slices a piece. What a man has to do, so I made up my mind, but before I could.
Oh, I get it. Then I'll try asking him for you.
Momo listened to Iris.
What? I didn't have any ulterior motives.
Sorry, but I haven't found anything that might be a lead.
What about the rest of them?
They'll probably tell you the same.
The detectives from HQ have already questioned the rest of the staff. Your report is uploaded on the database. 0 clues.
Wouldn't know anything about the others. I already turned in a list of contestants to the cops.
Yeah, I didn't
Why don't
know
you
about
try
that.
hitting them up one by one?
Suspicious that they happen to happen at our appearance. Obviously, they're specifically targeting us.
The other detectives already took care of that. No clues there either. There haven't been any reports of suspicious individuals.
Didn't he just say so earlier? It is what... Yeah, I didn't take his finger or anything. We're not doing any of that outdated cutting off your...
After all, the Kumakuras are a gang with morals.
Sounds like an oxymoron. Like a vegan zombie.
I'm pissed about that co-appearance was like a dream come true. The whole show was ruined. I'd love to get my hands on the bastard
dream come true?
The boss and Tessa got to...
Shut it! Anyway, I'd love to help you with your investigation and all, but unfortunately, I don't have any info that might be useful to you. I don't know what to...
Did you see any suspicious people hanging around the studio, for example?
Suspicious people? I guess the only one who come...
Kameji?
Yeah, Andy's Kameji. Supposedly he has connection to the Yakuza. I'm not talking about... Oh, it's just something I heard at a meeting with the... Word is, he's involved in some dangerous transactions. Though that might not have anything to do with last night.
So his background seemed to come out.
Kameji has connections with the Yakuza? Could it be true?
Let's figure that out. You need to gather...
Got it. Then let's go somewhere.
Punk kids. Pelvises? Money troubles. How everyone's age is like a multiple of 6. Matsushita. No, Matsushita. Matsushita. Oh, you get a new. Who the hell are these new people?
Man, this sucks. I already talked my jaw off yesterday.
That was with the local detective, right? I haven't heard anything yet.
Big sis, perhaps you should help them?
Big?
Big sis?
Ah, that's just what I call Mizuki.
Ah, and you...
My name is Kizuna. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department.
Ryuki, right? You were on that quiz show last night. See something you like, Ryuki?
No.
I'll sell you that poster for 1,000 yen.
No, thank you. Salt, pepper.
It says Ota's black sauce.
What are you doing?
Haven't you heard? If you meow at a lucky cat statue...
Nice.
Mr. Ryuki, there's a video of Tessa playing Muleku. Wanna watch?
Maybe later.
Wow, it's stuffed so tight.
Why did you say it like that? Chef's choice salad.
I guess it's up to luck.
Tama's basically fucking Moxie from fucking Borderlands.
Look, Ryuki! A jellyfish!
It's a stool.
A jellyfish?
You want me to smack your butt, Kit, Ryuki?
No.
Hey, Mizuki. Isn't that your chair?
Hey, Ota! Does this place have fire insurance?
Jeez. Alright, let's talk to Mizuki.
Huh. And?
I mean, Mr. Date is like your foster father, so I thought I'd let you know just in case.
Foster father? I'm the one taking care of him. I'm paying the rent and utility bills too.
Oh.
Oh, I know of Mr. Date as well. He is quite close with Iris, so I have the honor of being on friendly terms with him as well.
Today is February 11th, National Foundation Day.
Oh yeah, so...
Why else? To eat some of Ota's cooking. I brought my friend Kizzy with me.
And I appreciate your business.
Iris had an offer to appear on the show, so she was asked to bring another talent from Lemniscate, but no one could make it, so I decided to go instead. As the president of Lemniscate, I couldn't just turn it down.
President? Aren't you 12?
Oh yeah, her parents.
It's a long story. I ended up taking over the company after Daddy. Sorry, but I don't know anything. I just went on the show like Iris asked.
Or so why isn't he saying it? Like,
body showed up out. I've heard about Jin Furue, but it's not like I knew him personally. Sorry, I can't.
Are you Mr. Ota Matsushita?
Matsushita.
Oh, you heard of me?
Matsushita.
Did you talk to Date or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Ota is 24. 1 year older than you, Ryuki.
Yeah, that's why I'm being polite.
That came out of nowhere. Of course I have one. You met her yesterday, right? Tessa. The girl named Iris Sagan.
Ota, do you want me to rip your tongue out?
Oh, well, as long as we're on the subject. Are you going out with anyone, Kizzy?
Oh, me? Such relations with gentlemen are completely foreign to me.
Are you into baby-faced guys that know how to cook?
Ugh, no shame.
Oh, my type is so stereotypical that I am embarrassed to admit it. Someone like Prince Charming.
A prince?
I yearn to be a princess. I hope my Prince Charming will appear before me with a glass slipper someday. That's my dream.
Glass slipper?
Oh shit, I forgot there's another guy in here.
Ota? Who is that?
Well, he's a customer. He comes by a lot.
Well, in any case, I have a great affinity for shoes. My admiration of Princess Cinderella partially comes from that, I'm sure. Glass slippers. Isn't that so magical? How lovely it would be to dance in them.
Wouldn't it be hard to dance in glass slippers?
That is true.
Question this dude.
Pardon me, but may I ask your name?
Maybe you shouldn't. He seems pretty drunk.
He's drinking non-alcoholic beer.
What do you want, jerk?
I was not aware you could get drunk.
It's all right now, because I am here!
Man, is he gonna keep doing this? Cringe as fuck.
How are you, young boy?
Guess he's not doing too good.
Nah.
Ota handles the cooking, serving, and accounting all by him.
That's right.
Tama, are there any legal issues with this?
Not at all. His mother, Mayumi Matsushita, holds the proper certification for food hygiene.
Mr. Matsushita, can I ask where your mother is?
Probably in the living room back there. I guess she's sitting at the kotatsu watching TV or something.
So the store's doing well again.
Man, that was crazy! I said it before, but I was watching that stream. I heard Tessa and Mizuki were gonna be on that show, right? Then that body appeared out of nowhere. Man, I couldn't believe what I saw. Speaking of crazy, that ViewCube video...
You saw it?
No, not the whole thing. I saw the one before, though.
The one before?
You don't know? I think it was about half a year ago. A video similar to that one went viral.
Ah, I know of that one as well. The mysterious video known as Bats 490, correct?
Yup. There was some kind of code hidden in it, too.
According to the rumors, whoever deciphers it will learn the secret of the world.
This fucking cicada 2033 or whatever that is. I forget what it is. Cicada. Cicada 3301.
Secret of the world?
You're a grade schooler yourself, by the way.
The video starts with a bunch of bats flying around. Guess that's where the bats... I don't know what the 490 means, though.
Were you able to decode it?
No way. I had no idea what it meant.
Well, it's not like solving it would have been a big deal. I'll bet that secret of the world stuff is bogus anyway.
Don't ruin the fantasy, Mizuki.
I'm just telling it like it is. It's just an ARG. It's a game for kids.
Augmented reality game.
ARG means alternate reality game.
Alternate reality, never mind.
The Game Master releases mysterious information to the public via the internet, leaflets, posters, stuff like that. Players decode the information to discover a location or objective that moves the game forward.
I have a feeling that we actually have to participate in this. It's one of those conspiracy things.
Simply put, an ARG is a fusion of games and...
I just sensed a certain elegance to Mizuki that was characteristic of an older sister.
Is that a
Tama, how old is Kizuna?
18, same as Iris.
The fuck?
They're in their third years, so they're graduating soon. In other words, Mizuki is a whole 6 years younger than Kizuna.
Damn, Oda hanging out as the 18-year-olds. Barely legals.
I am indeed.
Your uniform?
Don't tell me you're a uniform buff, Ryuki. I didn't take you for a pervert.
Kizzy is good friends with Iris and Mame too. Oh, you don't know about Mame, do you? Amame Doi's her full name.
Who's that again?
She attends Sekuba High like Kizzy and Iris.
Iris and Mame belong to the same dance club as I. It was through them that I was introduced to Big Sis. Yes, I most certainly do. However,
That's not true. You've even won a dancing competition before.
That was nothing more than a fluke. Iris is a far better dancer.
No, she was dancing like she did in the last game.
Hey, Kizzy, I want to see you dance.
Where did this come from?
I want to see too.
Don't you want to see too, Ryuki?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've got to see this.
Then I'll play some music. Just a sec.
If it's that fucking song,
Wait, I have not agreed to anything yet.
they're gonna milk this, aren't they? It's that song, isn't it? I don't know, it's a new one. Oh, I didn't agree with it.
And gum on my way to the station. The crowd squeezes out my frustration. And now I'm taking heat in the classroom. Oh well, I'll eat some donuts in the bathroom. Now I hear my friend got herself a boyfriend.
Who comes up with these lyrics? Curious of the Japanese.
Wait, why is that making me cry? Oh my Prince Charming, where can I find you? How do I remind you of the dream we share? But dreams are just for dreamers, lonely hearts and schemers. I've got to break the chains of fame on my own. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The hell are these claps?
Only girls across the world, let's wake up and fight. Worlds apart with me.
These lyrics make no sense. An English voice actor cannot sing at all. The hell is her backpack a heart? It wasn't as cringe as Iris's, but it was still up there.
I know your name. You're Kizuna, aren't you? I heard you introducing yourself earlier. My name's Leon. Leon Twining. And I'm 22 years old.
22.
My father's American and my mother's Japanese. So, Kizuna, I want you to marry me.
What the hell? What the fuck?
Huh?
He's talking now. Kizuna Cheetah.
Actually, I got fired yesterday. I didn't feel like doing anything after I woke up this morning.
Oh, dangerous. What?
I came here so I could drink my problems away.
Danger zone.
But you were drinking non-alcoholic beer.
I can still get drunk off of them, okay?
What job did you get fired from?
I was a bank clerk.
What were you really?
I don't like talking about it, but I was a janitor.
I think that is a noble job.
You're so right! But unfortunately, my job was taken from me. I have zero motivation to do anything now. Hard work just...
I dislike people who don't work hard.
All right. I'm hitting up the employment office tomorrow!
This guy has a rather one-track mind.
He doesn't seem all that bad, though.
No! I'm not... Oh, my heart feels like a jackhammer. Like it's gonna burst out of my chest any second.
He has his shoes off. Everyone else has theirs on. Rude.
Of course this isn't a joke. Kizuna's dance purified my heart. There was so much darkness building inside me, but she cleared it all away. It felt like I went straight to heaven. I've always wanted to be a pilot since I was little. It was my dream to fly through the sky. Kizuna made that dream come true for me. Seeing her dance, it was like my soul pierced the heavens and flew into the stars.
Is that a reference to fucking, what's that one called? Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that. Guten Lagen?
So, I've decided. I'm gonna marry her! Won't you marry me, Kizuna?
No, thank you.
Not very nice.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
No, thank you.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that either.
No, thank you.
She even bows.
Anyway, I won't give up. You'll come around eventually, Kizuna. My motto is, if at first you don't succeed, try and fail again!
I think you mean try again. Now, we haven't obtained much useful information.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else.
Like I'm sitting on a desk. I wonder if that's Buddy's girlfriend right there.
Iris, how are you feeling? Still upset about last night?
I'm okay. I recover pretty quick from these things. See? I'm bouncing right back. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy bunny!
Okay.
Ryuki, would you mind hitting her with a German suplex?
Later. By the way, you're...
That's Mommy. She's one of my best friends.
Okay, so that was one of the Sun Pocket girls.
Nice to meet you. My name is Amame Doi. I'm a third year at Sekiba High, and I'm in the same dance club as Iris. I'm a super hyper cutie miracle beauty.
Man, what's with everyone in this game and having problems?
Ryuki, I think we should leave.
Hold on. So you're the one I heard about. Mizuki and Kizuna told me about you earlier.
Huh. You just pictured me in a leotard, didn't you?
Oh, a micro bikini.
No?
Help! It's a pervert! Somebody call the police!
I am the police.
Oh, come to think of it, you were on the quiz show last night, weren't you? Your name started with an R, I think.
The hell did we just
Yeah.
Mr. Taro, was it?
It's Ryuki!
I see. Mr. Ryuki Taro.
Now I know how that cop feels. Music's pretty chill here. It's a guitar. Keys, no. Dislikes the unemployed. Oh, it was her birthday a couple weeks ago. Uber rich cheetah family? Is there in this game fucking rich and famous? A former thief. Just 24. Likes ass. That's pretty funny. Wait, that other girl's not one of them. Maybe she'll come up after that. Actually, suppose a new question popped up. How many legs do you like? 0. 2.
Iris is
Glaring at an 18-year-old.
I was not Lear.
Yeah, he's only like 20 something. How much of a difference?
This is an all-girls school, so obviously there are only female students. So it's not like I don't understand why you'd want to stroke that chair, but
I do not.
Don't you know today is February 11th?
Oh, right, then why?
Well, how do I put this? I just felt compelled.
I can only wear this uniform and attend this school for about another month or so.
So I invited Mame, and we just kind of ended up here.
Iris and Amame are third years.
Clickety clack, clickety clack. I boiled a potato and my socks in a sack.
What?
Mr. Ryuki,
are you okay?
She blushed over that. German soup socks? The hell?
Mizuki didn't tell you?
She did, but I...
The agency I belong to, Lemniscape, they wanted me and one more person, but we couldn't find anyone, and that's why Mizuki... I'm sorry, I don't know any... It did feel like some sort of paranormal phenomenon, though.
Paranormal?
Like I mentioned last night, maybe that body teleported here from... The other half could have been absorbed into some other dimension, and that split the body in two. Speaking of which, there are rumors that people who watched that video and disappeared could have also been swallowed into another dimension.
Iris is just sitting on a chair.
Now you're trying too hard.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Oh my god.
Whoa! Mommy turned into a skeleton!
It's an X-ray.
Jesus, looks like her foot's broken.
You could say I'm a part-timer. It's just me and my mom back home, so money's tight. I don't have time to go to college or a specialty school.
But Mommy is so smart! She always has the best grades.
I've been busy with my part-time job and...
Where do you work?
I work as a mermaid at a gaudy maid cafe called Sun. Mermaids are what they call the maids that work there.
They wear these cute mermaid outfits as they serve the customers? I know because I used to work at Sunfish Pocket a long time ago. Mommy works there at night after dance practice.
Don't tell anyone, but until about 11.
Even when you were 17?
Yes, ever since I was 16.
That's a violation of Article 61 of the Labor Standards Act, though it would be the employer who would be penalized.
I lied to the manager about my age.
I wonder if that's US or Japanese. I'm pretty sure I'm in Canada. I'm pretty sure in Canada it's not as parental consent. I don't know what the time age is. I don't know if there's a time thing, but I think it's not to get parental consent. You're allowed to work. I think it's hour based though. You can't work them any more than like 20 hours a week. Could be wrong.
So according to my profile, I'm 20 years old right now.
That's a bit...
Didn't it say she was 20 in the last game?
I'm sorry. Please don't arrest me. My family's poor, so I need to keep working.
Well, I have a job you can do.
That QR code video. A similar video went viral about half a year ago.
I guess we're gonna see it.
That's 490 video. Supposedly people who saw it suddenly vanished.
That's 490. Kizuna mentioned the same thing.
So, they say those who went missing were taken into another dimension. Yes?
So did I.
But you two haven't disappeared.
That's because we haven't decoded it.
There's a code hidden inside Bats 490.
They say the code reveals a specific location.
You have to go there to get taken into another dimension.
Dude, they're probably recruiting or something.
And the people who decrypted the code all said the same thing before vanishing.
I've learned the secret of the world.
But no one knows what that secret is. I don't think there's anyone from our generation that doesn't know who he's famous for having a sharp tongue. He used to write a bunch of completely lame art. He used to start up stupid internet drama crap on Twitter, too.
Amame has a pretty sharp tongue herself.
His main job was being the CEO of Music Food. I guess that's like the president of the company? I think I read an article online that said he started the business when he was 22.
But his history before then is shrouded in mystery.
Yeah,
The fuck?
Yanni, I told you to wait for me at the gate, didn't I?
Yeah, but I got here a bit early.
His name is Gen Ishiagane. He's the owner of the fusion restaurant Ramen in Golden Yokocho. No, I'm sure you already know that.
Yeah, I've been there many times. But why is Gen here?
Ah, if it isn't Mr. Ryuki. Are you here to investigate that case by any chance?
Does he have a unicorn on his left leg?
Yes, I was talking to Iris about it.
I also watched the quiz show last night. Several people I know were on it.
I know about the incident. I was watching the live stream.
Did she get added to the book yet? Oh, what's this? Caddy.
You're more than welcome to visit anytime.
Yanni's cooking is amazing.
Everything he makes is so good. Personally, I think his place and Matsushita Diner are competing.
Come on now, don't compare my restaurant with a place like that. The cooking there was superb when Takiro was still the man behind the chef's knife. But now it's his son Ota running things. He doesn't know the first thing about cooking. His dishes are missing the most important condiment. Oh, are you asking because I'm wearing this mask? It was fine. The security for this school is practically non-existent. There are tons of places on the grounds without any fences or security cameras.
So you didn't walk in through the front gate?
I couldn't have, dressed like this. A guard would have stopped me.
I guess like a disfigurement or something?
I drove here to pick up Amame and Iris. I need them to help out at work tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, Genny. Something came up.
Oh,
I'm free though. I can still help.
that'd be great.
You two are close with Gen, huh?
Yeah, we're just a big ol' happy threesome.
That was a weird way to phrase it.
I'm surprised she didn't like it.
Amame visited Brahman a lot, even back when it was in Yotsuya.
Once it moved to Golden Yokocho, I took Iris there.
You've been to Brahmin too, Mr. Ryuki?
Of course. I've been there several times. Mr. Date took me there.
Mr. Date? So you must know Mr. Date too, Genny.
I've known him for a long time. We're so close, we've seen each other's buttholes.
What?
Wow, what a small world.
She doesn't even fade.
Is she really going to ignore the butt part?
What the fuck? Some of the shit.
Well, I think we got enough info here for now. Ryuki, wanna get going?
Sounds good.
I don't know, we're talking about no more buttholes. What the fuck? So what did we ever actually learn? Bat sworn honor, I guess. I have to watch that.
You're going back to Abyss?
Damn, I'm fucking riding in style here.
Yeah, I want to reorganize the information I have so far.
Then, why don't you just do it in this limousine?
Oh, right.
It's not gonna let me. Scream like a little. What?
Shut up! Stop shouting!
What the fuck? So many random things like that.
But you surprised me. I thought that the ghost of an S&M pervert with a police uniform fetish who died in a tanning booth had come to haunt me.
Died in a tanning booth?
Haven't I showed you this body many times over the past 6 months?
I'm still not used to it. Your body is semi-transparent, and I can only see you in the left side of my vision. So, why did you come out?
I thought it would be easier to talk to you this way. Honestly, it reeks of bad taste. Makes me want to puke just looking at it.
Keep talking like that, and I'll throw you out the window.
Then you'd be a goner too. I'm the one driving this car, you know.
Is it a Tesla?
Why don't you take the leap and buy a different car?
I can't. This car is all I have of my parents.
Your parents passed away, didn't they?
Yeah. In an airplane. From then on, I was living with my younger brother. But 6 years ago, he also.
6 years ago. He was probably part of those murders, was he? The original murder.
Isn't that what you're investigating for?
Yeah, but... Remember what Mr. Adate and Iris said?
For some reason, just the right half. I could travel through time and space.
Maybe that body teleported here. The other half could have been absorbed into some other dimension.
Don't tell me you believe that.
No, just...
I say they're gonna go down that path, but obviously there's gonna be a real explanation for it. I don't know what to think. That's pretty crazy how it could happen on a molecular level. That would either be some sort of technology. It could maybe it's the syncing device, and there's a new syncing device that they use.
For some reason, it's stuck in my head.
There isn't much useful information to sort out. If I had to say one thing, it would be the ViewCube video and that QR code. By the way, I'm going to cut down on the word salad and call it QR video from now on. The teeny bit of information we got from that QR video is pretty much all we have.
You don't know? A video similar to that one went viral.
The mysterious video known as Bats 490. There's a code hidden inside Bats 490. They say the code reveals a specific location.
Everyone who visits that place is said to have gone missing. They all left behind the same message. I've learned the secret of the world. Hey, Tama. Is Bats 490 still up anywhere on the internet?
I looked it up. Here it is.
Oh boy. It's basically the same thing. Same people definitely made it. Same type of fucking... Looks like a fucking 80s music video. What? Rip me, burn me?
I have no idea what it's supposed to mean.
They say there's a hidden message inside, but I can't even tell where we're supposed to look. Same as the QR video. It was originally uploaded to ViewCube, then it spread from there. The account holder is unknown.
In any case, Bats 490 is the only lead we have right now. If we can figure it out, maybe it'll lead to the QR video.
Ryuki, you have a call. It's from Mizuki.
Mizuki?
I'm connecting her.
Oh, Ryuki? I got your number from Boss.
What is it?
I remembered something about Bats 490. I thought maybe it could lead to a clue.
What did you remember?
Someone in my class at school actually figured it out. He decoded the hidden message in Bats 4.
He did?
12 years
His
old.
name is Shoma Enda.
It's Buddy's fucking son. Interesting, he's taught out with Yakuza.
He might know something, so anyway, see?
Shoma.
Andy's Komeji's.
What the fuck? That might have relation to why he is in money trouble.
Shoma, you know what happened last night, right? The QR code displayed on that sign. There was a link in it leading to a video.
He's not disappeared.
We're calling it the QR video. I wanted to talk to you about it. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Tell me we're gonna have to sync with him.
It's old. Looks like a memento for the Quiz King.
Well, he must not have did very good with his winnings. I think he live in
It's Ada Rooster.
Ada Rooster?
It's a character.
a weird book. Surprised she can't.
What is that on top?
Looks like earthenware. Maybe it's some...
It's a CRT TV.
It could, with a dedicated tune.
Is this a poem written by Kameji? It says, "It's okay to fall off the horse. You're a saddle after all." Wait, this was supposed to be touching? You laugh more often than you breathe.
A picture of Ame no Uzume, a goddess from Japanese mythology. Supposedly, she is the goddess of entertainment and laughter.
What are you making? Don't tell me it's a bomb.
What the fuck? It's just a clock.
Just to confirm, your father is Andy's Komeji, and his real name is Yoneharu Enda. Is that right?
Yeah,
I heard you went to the same elementary school. She's actually the one who told me about you. You know about the video called Bats 490, right? I have a feeling it's related. You solved the code in Bat, and it showed you a certain location.
He's completely ignoring you.
Maybe because he's wearing headphones.
No, that's not it. There's no sound coming from them. Chastity belt on his heart must be locked tightly.
What kind of metaphor is that?
You won't be able to see his uvula unless you open that lock.
So what you mean is, he probably won't speak unless you can find the key to his heart, I'm guessing.
There might be a key somewhere in this room. Let's find it.
A key to open... That robot is so cool. Do you want to watch TV? Ding! Yes, Shoma. What is your answer?
Why don't you smack Shomon?
I don't think he...
Why don't you hit your own head with the hammer?
Wow, what a jolly guy he is!
I don't think that's...
Fuck also be.
You'd better talk, or I'll smack your butt with this broom.
The hell?
Oh, you just laughed a little, didn't you?
That was the key.
What is that?
It looks like a robot. I tried searching, but it looks like it's not commercial.
A homemade robot. Hey, Shoma, would you mind showing me the robot in your closet?
Huh? How do you know about that?
Oh, well,
Tell him you heard it from Kameji.
right. I heard about it from Mr. Komeiji.
From my dad?
That's right.
Okay then, just for a bit, okay?
Sure, his voice fits that. Better not show Elon Musk, he'll have some idea.
You made that?
Yeah. I call it Robota.
All by yourself?
Uh-huh. There's a junk shop in Akiba. I got all the parts there. This robot only has one tire. It uses a gyro to keep its balance. Fine-tuning it is really hard.
His name Dick Tits.
That's really amazing. I can't believe a grade schooler made a robot all by himself. A genius like you must be 1 in 100 million.
No. I'm not that special.
Looks like the lock has opened.
Looks like it.
Put them on so I can concentrate better.
But you're not listening to music.
I only turn on the noise canceling. She's just a class. We're not friends or anything.
Do you wish you could talk to her more?
No. Of course not.
Even though she's cute?
The fuck?
That Uggo? She's not cute at all.
Why do they use that term in that? I've only ever heard it in anime, Uggo. The fuck?
His temperature is rising. That was clearly a lie.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. Andy's committed. Sorry. I don't really want to talk about him.
Why not?
Well, why does it matter?
Shit.
Now, I think it's about time we get back to why I'm here.
I solved it.
Hmm?
The BATS 490 code. I solved it.
How?
I have to go soon, so I'll tell you the short version.
That's fine. Please just tell me. The video's hidden message pointed to a certain location, right?
Yeah.
And where is that?
Horodori Lab. The Horodori Institute of Genetics.
Well, tell me I was fucking right. It's a clone. I wonder why people disappeared when they showed up there. Fuck. I wonder if all the people that disappeared are the ones that got murdered.
I heard about it last night on the news. Truly unprecedented. What a mysterious case. I am Chikara Horodori, the director of this research institute.
He hasn't retired yet. His 60th birthday was last year.
He's 60? What the hell? He looks like he's like 20.
Ryuki.
Absolutely.
Why not? You might develop.
But what if I turned in?
That would.
What she said? Drink. Yes.
Excuse me. What is that statue?
Ah, that's the symbol of our research philosophy. It will take a while to explain.
Looks like a grotesque monster might be trapped inside.
I actually like grotesque things.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting on the colors. Actually moving the fucking test tube.
We mainly conduct research on gene therapy through genome editing here. Are you familiar with genome editing?
Okay, if it's not a clone, it definitely has something to do with this spot.
Site-specific nucleases. An artificial restriction enzyme known as CRISPR-Cas9 is commonplace these days. Genome editing is a technique that uses this enzyme to splice, replace, and bind any base sequence of DNA.
In other words, it's technology that rewrites DNA.
Indeed. Last year, we developed a revolutionary genome editing method we call Purge. With this, genetic diseases that were previously too difficult to treat. For example, severe congenital heart diseases are now curable. But that's not all. In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. Oh, but I don't mean your body will be invincible. Death can still occur via trauma, ingesting poison, viral infections, this sort of thing. However, it can make death due to old age a thing of the past.
Can Purge really do that?
Indeed. The body's deterioration due to aging can be prevented by rewriting all of its DNA, maintaining a permanent state of youth.
Although he did that to himself.
However, this has not yet been proven, but it won't be long until the ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful? It was mentioned on the news, but the video itself wasn't broadcasted, so I haven't seen it.
Then you don't know about Bats 490.
What is that?
Someone break into this place?
It's a video that's very similar to the QR video.
Someone else other than him.
I've never heard of it.
I actually came here to ask you about it specifically. There's a hidden code in the video, and I've heard it points to this research institute.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Perhaps someone just made it up.
Jun's estimated time of death.
I was sleeping in my bed at home. They say seniors are early to rise, but that's not true at all in my case. Perhaps that means I'm still young.
Is there anyone who could back your story?
Don't tell me I'm a suspect.
I'm just doing my job. I've always wanted to say that.
Good for you. Your dream came true.
I live alone now. Unfortunately, there's no one with me at home.
Chikara got divorced 6 years ago. As for children, he has one daughter. She's 32 years old. His daughter and ex-wife are currently living in Italy.
In other words, there's no one who can corroborate Chikara's alibi.
That's right.
I know of him, but I haven't met him in person. I've only read some articles about him online. He's the CEO of a music distribution company. I'm the director of... We have nothing in common.
Ryuki, don't you think something is off about Chikara?
You think so?
You really are dense. You're dense enough to be the target audience for mobile game ads.
Twitch ads.
Huh.
His temperature is abnormally high.
Maybe he has the flu.
Don't make me pluck out your eyebrows from the inside.
Do you think he's upset about something?
Probably. Ryuki, let's find out if he's hiding something.
Wink sync. Yeah, let's give it a shot.
did do it.
Wing Sync is a simplified version of syncing, but you're still taking a look inside their dreams.
And dreams are made from memories, so there shouldn't be anything in there that he doesn't know about.
You're saying...
Chikara knows about Bats 490. He was lying to us earlier. Mr.
Wing
Chikara,
syncing is...
can you accompany me to the station?
I don't actually get the...
What? Why?
But I'm gonna... There's gonna be a choice who have the wing sync later, and I gotta pick one.
I'd like to speak to you in more detail. You do have the right to decline, of course.
Very well. I'll go with you.
I'm going to save here. I'm starting to get a bit tired. Just as I answer this question. I really want to say it. If I load, I assume. I'll be literally right there.
That co-appearance was like a dream come true. Kizuna dance purified my heart.
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy bunny!
I thought it would be easier to talk to you this way.
The Bats 490 code. I solved it.
The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality.
Okay, it does. That's good. That's really good, actually. What's the bonus? Is that where you can buy outfits? Ugh, I don't even have enough to buy any. Why are they so expensive? Anyway, I'm gonna call it quits. I'm getting tired, and the sync is probably gonna take a little while, so I'll see you guys later. I'll probably stream this tomorrow, as I'm really liking this game so far already. Not surprising, but yeah, usually sometimes sequels can suck, but this one's pretty good so far. See you guys later.